Okay, you've now gone out and shot your interview. Now you need to edit it and add B-roll to cover your edits as well as illustrate what's being said in your interview. So the first thing you'll do is you'll import your interview video as well as any B-roll you've shot. And you'd go into your project pane and find the interview that you just shot. So this will be for me. What you want to do is you want to set the audio to be the type of audio that you need to hear clearly your interview. So if you right click on it and go to modify audio channels, you now have a chance to kind of make this either stereo or mono. If it's stereo, you may have an audio channel that was done to just record like background sound or be a backup microphone. A second audio channel might be silent, which gives you unwanted static or noise. So you want to make your interview mono. So you eliminate the channel that you don't need and can distort the sound of your interview. So you see where it says clip channel format? Go ahead and click that and go to mono. And then make sure the channel with your main microphone is selected. It's usually the left channel, also known as channel 1. Once you do that, click OK. It's going to ask you if you want to continue. Say yes, if that comes up, and then you're ready to go. Now, this now is a mono sound. It only has the sound of your main microphone, and you're good to go. If you chose the wrong channel, you could always go back and change the source that you want to change, either left or right. But now, what if you forgot to do this and you already started to edit? There is a solution for this one as well. If you did not do this first and you need to eliminate the channel that doesn't sound right, you simply click on the clip in your project window right here, your sequence, I should say, and you're going to find the effect, and then you're going to click in here to search for the effect you want, fill. Fill left with right or fill right with left. If you choose to fill the left with the right channel, that means the right channel sound is going to be what you hear, which is probably not the one you want. You probably want to fill the right channel with the left audio, the left being most likely the richest sound of your interview. So to do that, you click, hold, drag, a little hard there, drop it, and now you've filled the right audio with the left. If you play it back and it doesn't quite sound right, you could always go back and switch the audio or undo, whatever you seem fit. So anyway, I've already edited this in here, and I have 2 sound bites. Let's take a listen and see what it sounds like.
I've been working in the Oyster Festival 20 years, and I've been in charge of the Oyster booth about 10 years. It's family oriented. Look around. Everybody's happy. All the kids are smiling. It's located on our harbor. You couldn't ask for a better place to come and spend your Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so you got some good audio out of this interview. You got 2 nice, we call sound bites. But you got this kind of like this jarring kind of look between the 2 sound bites, right?
It's family oriented.
So you need to cover that with B-roll. So I've selected some B-roll here to cover it with. What you would do is do the B-roll lesson. Pick your B-roll shots, about 3 to 5 seconds. I've already kind of selected my several here. And in this instance, what you want to do is you want to put them on video 2 and audio 2. So you cover the main interview with the B-roll that you want to illustrate what's being said, as well as cover the edit. So I'll go ahead, drag and drop it, and I'll go a little bit over that line right there of where I edited the clip. You see that there? Just so it kind of covers it, makes it look more smooth, and you don't hear this kind of weird audio kind of click once you see the picture change. It kind of smooths it over. Let's take a look and see this incomplete now.
I've been working in the Oyster Festival 20 years, and I've been in charge of the Oyster booth about 10 years. It's family oriented. Look around. Everybody's happy. All the kids are smiling. It's located on our harbor. You couldn't ask for a better place to come and spend your Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so that looked up pretty good. I know that I had some background sound in there, so I want to make sure that I bring this in there and make sure I have the right with left there. But you'll also notice while the B-roll does illustrate what's being said, and it did cover my edit nicely. The audio levels are just too drastic. It's very hard to hear a main interview. So if you go ahead to the top and you choose the audio workspace, we're now ready to go ahead and mix our audio so it sounds a lot better. So similar to what you did with your voiceover lesson, instead of being your voiceover, you're using the interview to do your mix. So we're going to play it back.
With about 10 years.
That's loud for background sound. You see that? It's almost the same level as our interview.
It's located on our harbor.
So we want to go ahead and bring that down fairly dramatically. You want to bring it down to about -36 or maybe even lower than that to see what it sounds like. So if you remember from before, you click on the B-roll, which would also select the audio. You go ahead to Essential Sounds, click on Ambience, and you change that level and you bring it down. Let's say I'll try -20 there. Let's see how that sounds real quick.
Oyster booth about 10 years. It's family oriented. Look around.
So that sounds pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do a similar mix with my other channels. Again, select Ambience, bring the level down -20, right about there. Pick that one as well. Ambience, bring it down to about -20, and then see what it sounds like complete.
20 years, and I've been in charge of the oyster booth about 10 years. It's family oriented. Look around. Everybody's happy. All the kids are smiling. It's located on our harbor. You couldn't ask for a better place to come and spend your Saturday and Sunday.
So that sounded great. We heard the interview. We got to hear a little bit of the B-roll sound for texture and ambience. We didn't notice the cut because it was covered with the B-roll, and it illustrated what it is that she was saying. So this is a pretty successful mix. This is what you would do with your whole entire piece. Anytime you edit, you want to pick sound bites that stand on its own, that don't need you to introduce it. You know, if you listen to this piece just now, you could hear her sound bites and not have to hear the interviewer ask the question. The answer is already there. And the B-roll emphasize what she's saying, illustrating that point. If you say it, you show it. All right, our next video, we're going to go ahead and figure out how to do graphics and how to add in lower thirds.